In example 3, we're given three equations, line 1, line 2, and line 3. And what we want to do for each pair of lines, we want to determine whether they are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So in order to compare these, we need to know the slopes of all three lines, which means they all need to be in slope-intercept form. So let's go ahead here and take line 1 and get that in slope-intercept form. So if we have line 1, we have 5y equal to 2x plus 4. Dividing everything by 5, we get y equals 2 over 5x plus 4 over 5. And what we need here is we need the slope. So if we get the slope of this line, that's the number in front of x, which is 2/5, and it's positive. Then let's go ahead and take a look at line 2. Line 2, we have 10x minus 4y equal to negative 4. Solving for y, we'd have to start by subtracting 10x from both sides. And we get negative 4y equal to negative 4 minus 10x. And then we'd have to divide everything by negative 4. That gives us y equal to positive 1. A negative divided by a negative makes us a positive. And 10 divided by 4, those are both divisible by 2, so we get 5 over 2 times x. So our slope of this line is that number in front of x, which is a positive 5 over 2. And then in our line 3, if we take a look at it, we have, this is already in slope-intercept form, y equal to 2/5 x minus 8. So our slope here is going to be that 2/5. So if we take a look at line 1 and 2, so line 1 is 2/5, line 2 is 5/2. So we want to know if they're parallel, perpendicular, or neither. If they were parallel, they would have to be the exact same slopes, but they are not the same. This is a 2/5 and this is a 5/2. If they're perpendicular, they have to be opposites and reciprocals. Well, here they're reciprocals, but they are not opposites since they are both positive. So they are not perpendicular, which leaves us for neither. So we would check that box that these are neither. If we look at line 1 and line 3, line 1 has a slope of 2/5. Line 3 has a slope of 2/5. In order to be parallel, they have to be the same. Well, they are both a positive 2/5, which means they are both exactly the same, telling us that line 1 and line 3 are parallel. Then we can look at line 2 and line 3. Line 2 has a slope of 5 over 2, and line 3, 2 over 5. Both are positive, or they're not the same, 2/5 and 5/2, so they're not parallel. If we take a look at perpendicular, they are reciprocals, but they are not opposites since they are both positive. So they can't be perpendicular, which leads us to neither. Now I would like you to do the same thing with 3 different lines in the try this below. You're going to want to put all 3 of these lines in slope-intercept form first, compare the slopes, and decide which one is which. When you are finished, check your answer. So you can pause it now. If you did this one correctly, you should get line 1 and 2 to be neither. Line 1 and 3 were perpendicular. Line 2 and 3 were neither. And just in case you wanted to check your solving for y, for line 1 was already in slope-intercept form. Line 2, if you solve for y correctly, you should have gotten y equals 3 over 4x plus 5 over 4. And line 3, once you solved for it, was y equals 1 over 4 minus 3 over 4 times x. If you have questions on any of these, please let me know.